Look at this beast, my friends, and it looks like the Kaiser himself has commissioned this beautiful structure. This massive, massive dreadnought, guys, has some beautiful Mark II guns on the back. It's got Mark Vs up on top and 2 Mark IIs up in the front. We need to take on an entire fleet, and I think this is the gun to get the job done. Or the ship to get the job done. Sorry, my mind is on the destruction of the enemy. Let's get in here, guys. Let's hope for the best, and let's see what happens. As you can see, displacement is quite high. I almost got to the max here. I could even add a few more things, but I feel comfortable with this. Let's see how this goes. First of all, I want to find out who exactly we're facing here. Who has angered the Kaiser so much that we need to actually retaliate here against them? We'll have to find out. It's going to be the Spanish Empire, and actually we're going to also get 2 destroyers coming with us. I know at no point in history where the Spanish and the Germans faced off, but, guys, it's happened today. And unfortunately, Spain declared war on Germany. We need to retaliate. We've got the Hagen here, and we're obviously going to be using these destroyers, hopefully to our benefit. I think what I'll do is separate them, detach them completely from this ship, and actually move them this way. This guy, I'll keep... actually, no. I'm going to separate both destroyers. Can we detach him? That's strange. Guys, we want to try and fire at a distance. We saw what happened in that video I showed you where it got absolutely crushed. So since we have such a huge ship, you can see it's almost dipping into the water in the front here. I want to make sure that we keep a reasonable distance from the enemy. If we're going to attack with any ships, we want to make sure that, essentially, it's going to be just the destroyers. Let me detach. I guess we have to detach the Hagen. All right, fair enough. Hagen. Still want him to keep his distance, but I will start turning right. And these guys, I just want them to go full steam ahead. Don't forget, they do have torpedoes. I want him to turn right even more. Look at that. Beautiful shots right now. We just want them to keep that up. These guns were not cheap, friends, and not easy to fit on this thing, considering the weight. Look at the firepower coming down towards the Hagen. Not what I was hoping for. Hopefully we can distract the enemy for a bit with the destroyers and keep on firing at them. Scoring some hits, I'm guessing. I mean, we are at top speed. No point in really speeding up at this point. Just keep on firing. There we go. The mother loads of cannons here. And I just want to see how we're doing in terms of actually hitting this ship. Because, of course, the distance is almost over 10 kilometers just to get to the enemy fleet here. This is what we have to do, though, when we've got essentially a glass cannon. We don't have a bunch of armaments on our ship. It could easily go down with just a few hits from the enemy. As you can see, we're pretty far off right now. We've got to close in, and that's why I'm actually closing in the distance. I don't want to. It makes me uncomfortable, but I think we absolutely have to if we want a fighting chance against the Spanish here. I wonder if our destroyers have any guns capable of doing damage. Obviously, their torpedoes would help. That's not good. The casemate is on fire. See, this is what I'm talking about, folks. Getting a little too close. I'm going to actually just go forward, let the Hagen rest a little bit, relax. Let's see how these destroyers are doing. The Kaisers destroyers. Torpedoes right on top. We're still going all the way forward, and it looks like they are targeting the same ship there. It's the warship. Oh yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I paid hard money for. Come on. Just one of those strikes an enemy ship, it's going to do a hell of a lot of damage. Getting closer, ever closer, friends. Still not quite there. Really hoping they add air aerial combat in this game eventually. Can't wait to see some planes taking off. But then again, it looks like they might keep this in the pre-World War II era, which I'm fine with. I actually think that would be really, really fascinating. So keep that as a possibility, of course. Come on, guys, put that fire out. Not switching well, actually, I lied. I am switching targets, but I'll keep it on this ship for the remainder of the fight. I think that we've got the fire out. Nice. Good work, boys. Alright, destroyers getting close, guys. These are, unfortunately, sort of on a kamikaze mission. Looks like a thunderstorm going on in the distance. Just the firepower that the enemy can bring to bear on us is insane. Guns are turning. Should be ready to fire very soon. Ooh, we've got a nice little miss by the enemy. We've got another fire going here with that last hit. I told you it's a glass cannon. This thing is not really made to take many hits. Oh, I think they're going to pop smoke. They are popping smoke. Destroyers are advancing here. This is our chance. At least for some of these initial ships. See what's going on over here. Alright. Nice little volley, but again, fire's breaking out on deck. That seems to be the biggest problem. That's the kind of shots we need. And I'm actually going to turn in. Getting closer to the enemy. We've got a lot of fires on deck. There we go. Torpedoes out from our destroyers. Well, I'm going to have to turn this destroyer around so he doesn't get hit by the other guy's torps. And I'm not sure it was a good idea to fire them over here. Gonna see if the enemy's fired any torpedoes at us. I don't think so. That's just an enemy torpedo boat there, so it's exactly what he was trying to do. I think the shot was probably a mistake. We really need the crew working overtime on this ship to keep the fires out. If we can do that, then potentially we can get some really great shots here. Hell. Brace! Oh! Really want to get closer to the larger ships here, if possible, with the destroyers. How are we doing against that guy? Are we even getting any substantial hits? Not really. The San Pascual is looking just fine. Maybe we could switch fire to the smaller enemy ships. We know we can hit them, but I'm not sure I really want to do that, to be honest with you. Let's try to break left a little bit. We could also put this on aggressive fire. I think for now we should just play it cool. Okay, nice. We got a little bit of flooding here on the Jorge 1, the enemy's torpedo boat. It'd be nice to take this thing out. It's a bit of a threat. And look at this. Our torps are actually headed towards that enemy fleet. Maybe we'll get some lucky hits here along the way. Not exactly what I was expecting. And it looks like he fired torps out the left side as well. And I guess he knows what he's doing. But I want to go ahead and start turning these destroyers around, making them somewhat harder to hit. Just kind of trying to... make sure the enemy can't guess our movement, because I think a single hit here would destroy one of these destroyers. Look at that. Yeah, right away. Massive fire on board. This could be a problem. Okay, beautiful. The Jorge 1 sank. That's the enemy's torpedo boat. And there we go. We're getting another massive volley on this ship. If this doesn't work, I'm going to switch targets to the Heroi. The battleship hero. Then again, we're getting really close, so I might keep on firing. There we go. I mean, we did hit the ship. We didn't pierce her, but that's a decent shot. And we could even switch to piercing rounds, or to armor-piercing rounds, but I think we'll just keep things the way they are. I'm going to try to push this destroyer over here. Let's see how long it's going to take for those torps to reload. Still got a while, but when they're ready to fire, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Oh, we've got some torpedoes on the way. Not sure we can get out of the way of these things. I'm going to try. Ooh, we're badly damaged. We're badly damaged. Oh, she is going to get real close. Oh, man, we missed her. I just barely missed her. I don't know if it's going to make a difference. If we can get another shot of torpedoes off, then I think it will, but we just barely got out of the way of that thing. We got a few more of our torps actually arriving now, guys. But you can see the enemy appropriately turned away there. Out of the way of our torpedoes. They know what's coming. And now that this guy, the hero, is turned towards us, I really want to fire at him. With the Hagen. That thing's got some massive... Look at that. Fire and flooding for sure on our destroyer. I feel like we need to change targets. We really need to switch targets here to the hero. I know it takes a long time to, you know, obviously reconnect, etc. Oh boy, the Donna Maria actually also sunk. I believe one of our torpedoes got a lucky hit there. That is a nice shot. So the cruiser, the light cruiser Donna Maria is going down, and some flooding over here on these ships too. Our torpedoes are definitely causing some damage. This is why I wanted to move the destroyers so close to the enemy. To just do as much damage as possible. I'm trying to actually keep his bow sort of ahead. And there we go, Purificación, another one sinking, guys. Incredible. And it looks like now the shots are a lot closer with our battleship. Keep it up, get the enemy destroyer. Incredible, guys. We've already caused a lot of damage here to the Spanish Navy. Although I'm not sure how much longer this poor guy can keep on sailing. It's pretty bad out here. What I'd really like to do, of course, is try and get a shot with the torpedo against the bigger ships. In fact, speaking of the bigger ships, let's see how our guy's doing. No more fires as far as I can tell. And we are getting closer. It's time for Germany or Prussia to rise. This might actually be Prussia considering the year, but I don't think this is pre-1914. This is still Germany. While the enemy's turned away, I'm going to take this opportunity to actually get closer. To really start speeding up here. Right up close and personal with the enemy. Look at that. The destroyer just so lucky right there. All of those rounds missed him because the back part of him is below the waterline, seemingly. Unless that was actually just the wake created by those shots. I think that's what that was, but wow. That was crazy. Let's turn. Torpedoes are almost ready to fire. This would be a perfect time to shoot them. In fact, I'm almost considering popping the smoke screen. Let's do it. Hopefully this will keep us alive for a few more seconds. Enough to make a difference. The enemy can't see us, and if we could pop some torps, I mean, that would be incredible. Look at that, guys. 6 torpedoes left. So important that we get these off. Ooh. They just barely missed us. They just barely missed us. That one's not going to miss us. Some damage there to the rudder. Hopefully the torpedoes are still good. Just one final shot with the torps before you go down, brother. The Kaiser will remember you, man. Not if you miss, of course. We won't remember you in that case. Come on, come on. Torps are about to fire. But he's almost dead. He is almost dead in the water. They're just going to have to pop torps and get the hell off there. And nope, no chance. We do still have other torpedoes going from our other ships, but I think it's down to just our massive, massive battle cruiser here. So I think we're close enough now. We can certainly go to bat here against the enemy. I'm going to start turning. Torpedo flooding. Okay, we did get some flooding on that ship. But I'm actually going to be focusing on this ship right here. The San Pascual. It's not like we haven't been hit. We have certainly been hit quite a lot. This guy is hurt. Hopefully when we turn here and get these guns on the San Pascual, we can blow them out of the water, especially at this distance. Still got a destroyer ready to go. How are those torpedoes looking? Oh! Torpedoes are ready to fire. Let's hope he knows what he's doing. So ideally, he fires them over there towards the battleship. One last hurrah here. This has been one of our most engaging naval battles yet. I mean, just so much going on all the time. We know we're just trying to get that one shot with the torpedoes, one lucky shot. Should be able to fire those right off the side. The distance could be an issue. He might just not feel comfortable firing at this point. We're going to hope he does the right thing. And let's take a look at our battleship. Still hasn't fully turned. And with a ship this big, it takes a while. We could also slow down and do a more measured turn, but I think we'll be all right here. Here we go. Let's do it against the San Pascual. Show these Spaniards that we own the seas, men. Actually going to go ahead and slow down completely. Let's see how these rounds do, and then we'll decide. There we go, a fire on the enemy deck. Those guns are so beautiful. But I think slowing down might actually be a viable tactic here. Just so that our gunners have an easier time aiming. Of course, we do have an enemy battleship over there also causing us great problems. And another fire on board there. There we go, some damage from a torpedo to probably this ship right here, if I had to guess. Yeah, he's actually got some flooding there. We're really more focused on those massive warships. They are the bigger threat. Definitely tagging him, but you could tell that this ship is actually pretty well armored. In the name of the Kaiser, man, fire! Oh, brutal hit. Destroyed the casemate. Hopefully did not set it on fire. You can hear that sound. Is never a good one. Shooting over the enemy ship. There we go! We got such a lucky hit there on the San Pascual, guys. I told you guys, sometimes with those massive rounds, you can get a very lucky hit against the enemy units, and that one ripped right through the San Pascual. She is going down for sure. The battle continues nonetheless. But for once, we're the ones with the lucky shot there. That flag. We're facing Spanish pirates. That's not a flag I recognize at all. Alright, it looks like a torpedo hit there. Possibly could be against our own ship, or it might be against one of these ships over here, like the Santa Maria de la Rosa, or any of these other ones. Wow, what a lucky shot there, guys. I thought it was going to be a protracted battle against that guy, but we got very lucky. Let's hope our luck continues. There's still a lot to go. And the enemy still have plenty of ships that could ruin our day, let's say. Why he's firing... anybody's firing over there. Looks like the Hero has some light flooding, very light flooding at the bottom. Let's see if we can't make use of that. I'm even considering switching to armor-piercing rounds here. You know what? We did pretty well with just the standard rounds. Let's keep it how it was against that previous ship, because we did extremely well there. Okay, nice. We are tagging him. That's a good sign. I'm just going to keep on this trajectory for now. Oh, the armor hung in there. Thank you so much, armor. It actually hung in there for a bit. You know, anytime we get a shot like that, we potentially are going to see another massive explosion. Although it could also happen to us, especially because, as I mentioned, guys, we don't have very thick armor on this particular ship. It's definitely a possibility, so that's why we need to make this happen quickly. Come on. Oh, beautiful! Destroyed their main gun there on the Hero. And he is badly hurt from that, man. That was not a friendly hit at all. Got some flooding there on the lower decks, the lower front decks. But is it going to be significant? I'm not sure yet. I think we need to turn also with the Hero here because he's getting ahead of us. We don't want that. So I'm going to turn once again. We haven't lowered our speed a single time. I said we were going to, but considering how that went, I think our gunners are doing just fine. Can't believe this destroyer is still alive. He's got flooding all over the bottom decks. I suppose he's doing his job. Right now we're going to slow down a little bit, guys. Go to half speed. Take your time aiming, boys. Nice fire on deck. Where we have to brace. And there we go. And we just had damage to the casemate. That's extremely dangerous, of course. But we managed to get a nice volley off. And look at that, main gun destroyed. We also caused massive flooding. Slowing down absolutely worked there. Let's not get too confident. Another hit and more fire, guys, on the Hero. I'm amazed that she's still above the waves. She's not sunk until she's sunk. I'm going to keep on firing. My gut is telling me to switch fire over here to the Santa Maria de la Rosa. But that thing is still alive. You know, it could still kill us. Destroyed the main gun, though. I feel like we've crippled the ship. So you know what? I'm going to at least make a hard right turn, especially since they're setting us on fire now. And we should probably increase speed here very soon. Look at that. Destroying our casemate, causing a fire. Yeah, we've got to increase speed. Too dangerous to slow down against these ships. Oh man, the casemate being on fire is never good, but we've got all of our crew trying to work on this situation. I don't like that destroyer getting near either, because that means torpedoes are on the way. There we go. That's what I like to see. Those guns are beautiful. There we go. Fire and flooding once again on the battleship. That thing's gotta go down on its own. I'm wondering, maybe we should focus fire on the destroyer now. Thought I saw torpedoes. I'm getting paranoid. Turn west a bit. So lucky that that missed. That was a brutally nasty little round there. Keep the fight up, boys. The Kaiser does not give you permission to falter. You must fight to the very end. Got those fires out again. The crew on this is efficient. Just like real Germans. Very efficient crew. You get those fires out very quickly, even in the casemate, one of the most dangerous places to put out the fire. Ammunition box, I mean, just incredible. Come on, make this the kill shot, Hagen. Make this the kill shot. Alright, damage the main gun. Caused a fire, but he's still not dead. Thankfully, the enemy is actually keeping their distance, although, look at this, we got torpedoes about to hit. We could slow down all the way. But I think this one will still hit us. Oh, we actually got pretty lucky that I spotted that final one there. Because we would have been hit with both. Although, of course, flooding from a torpedo is never good, but you can see it's not too bad. Below the waterline, we're actually kind of stronger than we are above the waterline, which is a bit of a weird build. Just the fact that the arrow is taking so long to take out is actually helping the enemy, because we are struggling to wipe this guy out. See, our secondary guns don't do any damage to him. There we go. That caused a little fire. He's so close to giving up. There we go, come on. Fire, flooding, secondary tower burning. Massive flooding. That's gotta be it. Give up the ghost, man. Now we need to focus on how to destroy the rest of these damn ships. We've got a lot of enemy ships to go. Switching fire. Get lucky, we might even end up hitting that ship either way. But I am switching fire. Our baby is crippled. Not at her best at all. Maybe making one of my old mistakes. So after this volley, we'll switch back to this guy here. I was really hoping that the fire would take him out, or the flooding, but he is still above the sea. One more volley, come on. have to switch to the Admiral. This damn ship. This damn ship. That guy's the Hagen is in trouble. Enemy destroyers popping smoke. We're going to try to bring our own destroyer back here. Man, we just... It's like a group of hyenas circling a lion. The group of hyenas win, I think. But we shall not surrender. Get another nice volley there against that damn ship. Knock it out of the water. I don't even want it sunk. I want it blown out of the water. A lot of damage here on our ship, as you can see. She has taken a hell of a pounding throughout the fight. Need some heavier guns, boys. At least all of our guns are still operational. But as you can see, the reload time on those 17 inchers, I mean, it's a long reload time. It's a big gun. It takes a while to actually set up. Or not set up, to load. It's not an easy loading process. There we go. Come on. Come on, you better go down, man. You better go down. Oh, finally! A nice little kill there with an explosion. And he's already selected this cruiser. I'm fine with that. Just take something out, damn it. The Santa Maria de la Rosa, she's already taken damage in previous parts of the fight. It feels like our destroyer can never get back. She's just kind of limping back. But that is nice. I still don't think it's going to win us the fight, especially with this destroyer ahead of us. The destroyers are going to have plenty of torpedoes. I think that's what's going to seal our fate. But you can see our secondary guns, for once, are actually doing some damage against a ship. Against the Santa Maria de la Rosa, they can do quite a lot of damage here. Yep, there we go. Still got some mean little guns on her. At this point, since desperate times call for desperate measures, I am going to switch to aggressive fire. At this point, whenever you can actually get a shot off, you take it. Oh, right below the waterline, it missed. I wish some of those shots would just sail beneath the waterline and still hit the ship. Sure, that happened when it's that heavy. There we go. We got some flooding. And at least we're facing towards the destroyers for now. So if they pop torpedoes, hopefully we can try to avoid them. But as you can see, our actual motor, our rudder is all messed up. It's going to be tough to really maneuver this thing at all. There we go. Oh, missing again with the Hagen. Fortunately, this destroyer is also badly damaged. Alright, ammo detonated. Fire and flooding on the Santa Maria here. Need more of that to happen. And torpedoes. Torpedoes. One just passed in front of us, but more are on the way for sure. Take as many of them down with us as we can. Still confident in my build. I liked it. Obviously, one great thing about this game is you learn something every time you make a new build. I could have made this ship a bit beefier. We had 8,000 more tons. Can't be tons, or is it? Maybe pounds. No, it's got to be tons actually. To actually displace on this ship, we could have added more steel, sort of defenses for the ship, etc. But I decided to just kind of accept what I went for. It takes a while to actually come up with a build here. Nonetheless, I still like it. I still think it's a nice little build. Let's focus over here on the destroyer while he's ahead of us. He's going to have to pop those torpedoes. Forget it. Keep switching targets. We're panicking. Amazed that our crew continues to fight, though. More power to them. Let's see what's going on with this destroyer. He is actually limping back, which I find incredible. Oh, destroyed secondary gun. That is not something we wanted to see. We need all of our guns, at the very least. So now we're a tiger without our teeth, or at least without one of our teeth. And there's another torpedo hit. Massive flooding on the bottom, guys. I think we're going to go down due to flooding, not necessarily due to fires here. Eventually, the ship just can't take it anymore. This poor guy is listing big time on the right side. It's a valiant effort, my friends. A valiant effort. But I don't think we're going to come out the victory on this one. Now over here we still have, we only have 5 torpedoes total. And 2 on 2 separate torpedoes. Not sure how that's going to work out. So we're going to head towards the enemy and try to essentially get killed. To put it quite honestly. But there we go. The Hagen is still firing. I'm amazed by that. As you can see, he's listing completely. I don't think those guns can actually aim properly at the enemy ship. It's just a bad situation all around. Wow. He was actually able to shoot. That was pretty amazing. We set the whole damn thing on fire. The Santa Maria de la Rosa. That was like a finishing blow. A last-ditch effort to sink the enemy ship. Men on this ship will go down fighting. That's amazing. Gotta have some respect for them for that. And maybe we take down the Santa Maria as well. Another one of the enemy ships cost the Spanish Navy dearly. So close in terms of flooding damage, and there we go. Yeah, she is sinking. And I think we're going to go down the same way. We've got 2 torpedoes on the way. We are not going to be able to evade those. It's just not possible with the speed we're going at. We can't turn. Those torpedoes will hit, and I think will herald the end for the Hagen. Dun, 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 na, na, na. Dun, na, 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 na. Maybe not. Okay. He's still fighting. This guy is brutal. He's pretty much like a zombie ship at this point. Like an urban legend. And actually trying to do some damage to the light cruiser here. The Lealtad. He's not dead yet, but a few more torpedo hits and he will be. In fact, those torpedoes are going towards the enemy ship. Of course, he's turned away. The light cruiser piles. I don't think we're going to be doing any damage there. And what an unfortunate name for a ship, let's be honest. Let's take a look at the sinking there. Sure, they've got the rescue boats out here. Yep, sure enough. Oh, we even have some men there now. I guess they added that with the last update. Interesting. At this point, the Hagen is pretty much a burning, floating city. Still floating for now, but very, very close to collapse, I believe. We'll do everything we can to turn, even with the tiny, tiny amount of speed we have. We'll still try to turn to get the best shot on that light cruiser. There we go. Oh, just barely missed him, too. That should have hit. That should have been a hit, I think. finally completely stopped. The enemy light cruiser is actually outrunning us here, trying to get ahead of us. It's almost like they're too close, and there's the torpedo. That could be the killing blow. Ooh. Major flooding. Incredibly, he managed to turn. Just amazing. The captain of this ship is a boss. Even doing some damage to the funnel there. I mean, that's pretty incredible. To still be doing damage to enemy ships in this situation. I think that light cruiser is going to be very proud of himself. He'll score himself a kill on the Hagen there. Thought he was going to go to the destroyers with their torps, but I'm not so sure now. Look at that, guys. How many ships does the enemy have left? 2 destroyers, 2 light cruisers. How sad is that? So close to accomplishing this task set forth to us by the Kaiser. That's a torpedo hit. Once again, another torpedo hitting the Hagen. How long does it take to sink our Hagen? That's what I want to know. She can sink, that's for sure. She's not unsinkable, but boy, has she put up the best fight of any ship that I've built yet. And imagine just what would have happened had I added 7,000 more, and potentially, you know, added some extra armor plating, maybe even an additional gun. I think an additional Mark III or Mark II would have been too expensive, but who knows? Would have been possible. There we go. Nice little hit there on the main tower. At least will cause the Spanish some repairs for that ship. And the main guns are still firing. Amazing that those things are still firing. Unfortunately, of course, no real ability to aim with what's going on here. He can't see a damn thing with all that smoke. Take a look at that ship, folks. The listing is incredible. It's very apparent. A lot of our ship, though, can't be penetrated by the sort of second-class guns. It's got to be those heavy guns or the torpedoes to actually get through. He is still alive. Unbelievable. There we lost a main tower. We'll switch fire. I mean, should we switch fire? Maybe now at this point we should. Maybe it doesn't make much of a difference. Just the time it would take to switch those guns, turn those guns around, would be way too long. Here we go. They set a fire again in our main tower on the Hagen. The Admiral is still at his stations. Absolutely amazing. Keep the same target, men. To the very end, stay at your stations. Just look at it. final shot, I think. I think that's a possibility. One last hurrah, as they say. Or maybe we try to get a quick kill here on the Mino. I think that's what I'm going to try to do. He's close enough. I mean, I doubt we're going to be able to get any hits over here on this guy. And while we're at it, we'll keep on firing at this light cruiser, although I don't think the destroyer has a chance in hell at doing any damage to any of these ships. Gone. Look how fast the damn thing is. Just kill us with the torpedoes already. They've dragged it out long enough. Time is on those guns. Plenty are ready to fire. Should be able to fire soon. I think it's just aiming that's an issue. There we go. Oh, another unlucky shot. So at that point, I think I'm going to go ahead, fast forward here, as we know the outcome. I'm just curious as to what finally brings down the Hagen. And it's got to be these destroyers just eventually popping a torp, for sure. We're still sending this destroyer up. Again, he's not going to be able to do much damage, especially since he lacks any more torpedoes. And there we go, torpedo hit on the Hagen. 2 torpedoes hit on the Hagen. It's still 3 of them, and it's still above water. This is an incredible ship here. I absolutely love it. Look at that. We've actually set the Mino on fire. I mean, every enemy ship that we can take down with us is always a bonus to our Navy in the future. So just keep on firing there. I don't think that we're going to be able to sink her unless we get the ammo cache with a lucky shot there, at which point she will definitely go down. Look at the Hagen. Look at the Hagen, guys. Unbelievable. He's actually managing to continue to fight. How amazing would it be if we found out that the enemy was unable to sink this ship? It's merely due to the weapons they had. I don't know. We might actually have to skip through this video a bit. I'll first see if we get another nice hit on the Mino, and then I'm going to pause this and see how long this is going to last. Although one more hit with a torpedo should knock us out. So if they have another torpedo, I think they've got it. Yes! Oh, the Mino is down, guys. Oh my goodness, wait a minute, what happened? A mission complete! Oh my god, I am amazed. Guys, this is one of the coolest missions I have done in the game. He survived to the end. I'm just amazed. This is a legendary battle. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment down below, and please, please subscribe if you haven't already, and share with your friends. Also, make sure to add me on Twitch TV at www.twitchtv/AgrippaMaxenius. I really appreciate it, guys. I hope you love these battles as much as I do, and I'll catch you on the next video.